such as Glacier and all.
You look at this and then it talks about batch operation, it talks about access analyzer, right? And
Yes.
various options actually, right? So
Yes.
if you look at batch operations, batch operation means what actually? You imagine a situation where a bank is, the payment. So what happens the moment you put in various files for a different organization, the input file have been put in here as a form of batch. It goes and reads and executes those requests. See, you can create a job, but the job need to be associated with the certain, the file format in which it has to read and write and act on it, right? So that is where actually it comes and plays a huge role actually. We talked about access analyzer, right? So that is another use cases which keeps tracks of who is using it and what they've done, which file have been used, and all those things been put in place here actually. For S3 specific things, it is closely interlinked with the IAM.
So we can implement any like a required security on top of this, any security like other.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. IAM, can be, integrated very in a very knitted way with any component actually.
Yeah, correct.
So let me go, right? So EarlyRise is a bucket which I've created, right? Now I've actually made it public for all of you to download it. So hope you all done that, right?
Yes.
Now, so I can go to this file format, and I can change to grantees. There are different permission object. I mean, there are different access for object owner as well as for the consumer. If you look at it, right? This is the ID of that particular object, which is automatically created by AWS. So it allows me read object, and write object, and all those things. This is all access control list. ACL is the name of the access control list. See, access control list plays a sort of a element of securing the component. Now let me PRASENJIT. Is it? What is your email ID?
Yeah, PRAZ31.
PRAZ31
at gmail.com.
At gmail.com. So now I'm giving you permission, right permission, and I'm saving it. Oh, sorry, you need to give me your this is for access to another AWS account. So tell me the account which you created for AWS.
Yeah, PRASENJIT. No.
PRASENJIT
dot DHAR. Yeah. At in.ibm.com.
Oh, you created your IBM account, is that?
.com, IBM.
Yeah. I don't know whether it is. It says the request contained an unsupported argument. So can you know what is your conical ID?
Then without the at.
See, conical ID is this. For me, this is ID. You got it?
That entire
Yeah, you just go to your, exam. I'm just, showing you way in which you can access actually. Maybe all of you. It is not only for Prasenjit. You just go and select what is your conical ID. Right, Prasenjit and myself, we will, do this exercise, and you will have to do it with your, other PS like Ajit with Rakshit and Rakshit with, right? Hello, team. I'm audible.
Yes, yes. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
How do you get the canonical ID?
You wanted to how to
Account?
go there, right?
Is it
No
account
problem.
ID or no?
Don't
Right?
log into S3 storage. Log into S3 storage. I mean, go to Amazon S3, then go to your S3.
Sendil,
Huh.
so if we have the EC2 instance,
Hmm.
do we have any provision to locate this S3 on the EC2?
Yeah, definitely. It is HTTPS, that full URL.
Okay, like in the network section, we can see that we will be able to connect.
Correct. Here it is. Look at it. Now, if you look at this, the moment you select this file, this menu opens, right? Right?
Yes.
I go to the
Yes.
permission. I select the permission. Then permission menu opens this, right? For this object. Basically that file AWS_well architected framework.pdf has a conical ID. This is the ID, right? This is the ID you need to associate on your EC2 instance.
Oh, okay. So, okay. So like we can use the EC2 instance, keep it everything, and then we can
Exactly.
always use like multiple purpose rather like
Correct,
directly with the EC2 or like once
With
we
any
have
of
data,
the
like we can log in from somewhere else also.
correct. Prasenjit, you are able to get through. You are able to get this ID.
Is it the instance ID or what ID is this?
This is of the object ID.
Okay, and one more thing, Sanjay.
Ah,
If you see the pricing of normal EC2 with more space is very costly, right? And this EC2 is
yes.
like very cheap.
Very
So
cheap.
like,
Very
can
cheap.
we take like a minimum of the normal, like very minimal space from the EC2, and there here we can buy more.
Yeah, you can do that. Yes. This is not on from my side. It is conical ID of the object. From your end, Prasenjit, it is your IAM account.
Okay.
That's right, something that really says your AWS account.
Yes.
I think correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and generally like we are creating, right? These all the steps and all we are following. So
Correct.
when in the real time, what would be the challenge basically?
The challenge is the functional understanding the functional requirement of where to use S3, where to use ABS, how to share it among multiple people, how to scale it, how to control the files which are coming in, right? How to manage the cost.
Okay. Okay, so if you know when to
Sukanya,
use what and
yeah,
what
Sukanya.
purpose,
I see Sukanya in the chat when gave me a conical ID. Let me go and add that actually.
So, Sendil Rakshit here.
Yeah, Akshat, yes, please.
So, the main role of the solution architect is to understand the functional aspect and control the costing, is it?
Correct. Designing, no, it is first designing. You need to understand the functional requirement deeply.
Mhm.
Then you need to design what would be the ideal target state architecture. Once
Mhm.
after ideal architecture is put in place, you need to manage, operate, and scale it. And there should not be any limitation. And you need to operate at the minimal cost.
Okay.
Got it. See, there is a request for some files to be put in on S3, and then you can't go and put them on EBS, right? That adds a cost.
Yes.
It comes with the
Okay.
ability and capability of the person as well. So Sukanya,
Okay.
I got your Conical ID from your side, right? And I just copied that from a text window and I'm saving it here.
Yes, Sanjay.
Right now, you see, I gave a permission to you to use this, and I blocked the public access. Now you share your screen.
Okay.
Let me make you a host, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You are able to see me? Yes, Sanjay.
Okay, thanks, Sukanya. So Ajit, it is visible, right? If you look at, see, there is by default there is no life cycle rule gets applied. Actually, if you wanted to move your data based on the conditions, right? So that is where actually this comes and helps you. And one of the option is to put the rules to manage the whole object. Whatever object you select, you can create any number of object 1, object 2, object 3. So everything is like created as a bucket in the backend. Actually, for now, we tried only one so far. When there is no limit as such. Actually, in S3 S3 in the S3 you can create multiple objects, and then you can select the individual objects and you can apply the rule, right? Whatever the rule being applied, and you can go for various transition of a tiered storage actually, right? So by the rule actually helps you move the data between various things. Let's go there, and but the problem is we will not be able to wait for 30 days to show you, right, automatically.
Yes, correct.
You got it.
Yes,
So
yes.
that is not something which we can do it over a thing. So I'll say whatever Sukanya created only, will also be able to create it actually. You see the option, right? If you navigate through multiple options and selection, so it gives you sort of view as. It is more of a self explanatory. So it got enabled, and whatever in my bucket, so it will go on various cycles actually. The whole bucket. So it is listed here, right? Enable that. I mean, we have enabled it. Now there is an option of disabling it. Hello.
Okay.
So it's a practice. Probably you'll have to put your time and effort here to sit and do that. See, for an architect, actually, for us, it is very important to understand the breadth of components. The depth of component is always the role of a system administrator or a system operator, right? See, I mean, with the interest of all of you, I'm trying to give you the deep dive of every component, but that's really not an object for us. Actually, for us, we need to understand bucket, and we need to understand Amazon S3. So what is that it is for, and it can be used for storing a data, retrieving a data, and where it can be used, and how much is the ideal size we need, and which region we'll have to place. And how this can be put into work, and how much you need to have a broader view from an enterprising aspect of it. Going depth of every component is somebody else's role. And if you look at, there is a AWS system operator, small aspect of, how to do this, how to do that, how to navigate here, how to go there, and all those things. So from an architect perspective, it is important for us to understand all the services element, whatever has been run on top of the AWS, right? In the architect, with the solution architect associate, the broader understanding of all these components helps us to design a right solution for a customer actually. Got it, right? So now we look at compute. There are a lot of compute we talked about earlier. So there is a EC2, there is a bash, there is a lambda, there is a beamstack, and there is a serverless compute, and all those things. Each has its own attributes of use cases to run for actually, right? And we all need to understand what is what. And IAM obviously is an important pillar which connects all those elements with the right, authentication, access, and security, and so on actually. And then, we need to understand the important element of network, and how network within the AWS cloud world works. That is a bigger subject actually. In fact, we'll start off in the second half, but I just wanted to cover up the EC2, various EC2, and the storage aspect of it. So compute, storage, then we want to move into network. So these are all the three different elements which forms actual, the data center piece of it. Once after the compute, storage, network has been put in place with the right amount of the security has been built around as a layer, then it is an application. Like, it could be an application which is running a web server. It is an application which is running a COTS, an application which is running an SAP, whatever it is, right? So that gets into this four pillar of compute, storage, network, and security. Okay, Tim?
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Not much questions coming today.
So, Senthil, going back to the previous one, the S3. Okay, so I was trying to access that HTTPS, the URL from my own file. So I'm not able to access that. I'm only not able to access.
Maybe because of the permission actually. You're not able to access because you have blocked it actually. Okay. Now, let me try. Prasenjit,
Sorry?
you're able to see my screen.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. See, I put a file, right? If I try to open it, it is throwing me an error actually. This is what exactly the problem.
I couldn't see your screen. Probably have to share your desktop.
Let me share it. Visible? Is this the error you are getting?
Yeah, yeah, same thing.
Same thing, right? Okay. This is something to do with the permission actually.
But the permission is for the outer world, right? So, but I myself should be able to access.
Okay.
Or maybe it is coming through the internet, or no, it's because the path is the same, my S3 bucket.
I'll make you host. Show me the screen. No, but it is still opening from the internet. It is not opening locally for you. I'm making you host.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes. Hello.
Request ID is this. Host ID is this.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, Prasenjit, can you hear Sandil's voice? Or?
I couldn't hear his voice.
Okay.
I don't see him on the call.
Can you go to that permissions? Yeah.
So do I need to add myself?
Yeah.
Let me try that.
No, that is for others.
Can you go to your bucket?
Yes.
Your permissions.
Public access is blocked.
Yeah, access control list.
Here probably have to.
That is for other
Yeah,
accounts,
for
right?
other accounts, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me try that.
Yeah. Yes, I was thrown out again. So you're adding account.
No, I'm just trying to access my own file
Okay.
through internet.
See all the options.
Prasenjit, that file is in S3 or that's in Glacier? I have a doubt.
Yeah, if it is Glacier, it may not come.
So it is in S3, right? How do you know?
Click on it.
Click on that.
It says S3.
Oh, it's okay. So click on the file. Which file you are trying to access?
This is size standard storage.
Yeah, it's in standard storage.
So
It is
should
in
be
S3
accessible.
only. Yeah. Select the file. Open the file.
Copy path download.
I just click on the object URL. Yeah.
It comes to this.
Open it from this menu. That is from public. Yeah. Try open from this menu, the one which is little above. Yeah.
Yeah,
Open it. This is your self access. Okay.
Yeah.
And the one which you are trying to open it through URL, it's a public access.
Okay.
That is what the meaning of it. Huh?
But even I have given access to myself. I mean, I have added my account. So that will not work.
I think it should work. I just want to understand. That is where I want to understand what is it you have done. Got it.
Okay. So here.
This is another AWS account, right?
No,
Access for other
one.
AWS accounts. This is your
Okay.
Chronicle ID, your AWS account, right? That is your self one.
Yeah. So if I add another account, I'm treating my account as another account to give.
You have another AWS account or what?
Yes, I have another AWS account, but I'm giving to this same account.
But
So
it doesn't matter, no? Okay.
but I have this also.
You have already given this account to one of your EC2 instance to open it from.
Yes, I
Right.
have given this. There also it didn't work.
Ha, 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 ha. What did you try? How did you try to open it from this instance?
Okay, so I got this canonical ID from the other account.
Other EC2 instance, okay,
Yes.
right? And you registered here,
Yeah.
okay, and you gave the permission to what? To your file?
Yes, this is the file permission, right? This is the
Okay,
file.
you need to give a permission to your bucket also. You go to your bucket.
Here also have
Which,
to give permission, is it?
click on the permission. Access control list, ACL.
Oh, here also have to add. Okay.
You have to add actually.
Okay, fine. So maybe I'll add that one.
Yeah, we'll try all the possible combination. There is nothing wrong in it actually.
I'll just go back.
Where is it instance? Where are you trying to access this from? And what methodology you used for accessing this file?
So instance is in same both the
Okay, now navigate. Let me understand. What is it you are trying to do out of it?
So here. Okay, so I have given access to this account to the bucket also.
Yeah.
So here it should list, right?
Hold on.
This is my other instance.
No, it will not list here by default. Actually, to be honest, there is no linkage between your this account and that account, wherein you can do a read write of buckets from two different things.
Oh, it will not show, even if I give access there, it will not show it here, is it?
It will not show here actually. That is not the way actually AWS works. For that, there is a separate tool developed by some other people, and it is available on the market as a marketplace service.
So then now how do I access this
Okay,
file?
now go to access point actually. Create an access point for your bucket actually.
So this is my bucket. How do I create the, okay.
On the top of it, access, right? Access point, right? There are multiple ways in which it can be accessed. That is why they termed it as an access point. Just click, give some name, Prasanjit or whatever it is, yeah. So select your access type over the internet. Determine the way in which you want to do.
Okay, I can leave the same default on the right, or
No. Select this. Block all public access means, it will block all the public access. You need to allow.
so this one only, right?
Yeah. See, you're creating a new ACL actually here. So select the simplest one. S3 will ignore at all ACLs that grant public access to bucket an object through the access point. Blank public access to bucket an object granted through a new public bucket or access point policies. Okay, first one is okay.
Policy generated and all those things have to generate, is it?
Yeah.
and then share
this
the-
policy with the, yeah, just go through the cycle. Yeah, you'll be able to do it actually.
Oh, there are two queues that are there, SNS and SQS. So
S3 bucket policy.
okay.
Sendil,
Hello.
I have some
No, here
important
you'll have to
work.
select. Sorry.
I have something important to like I
Ask
have just,
it.
yeah. So I will be back by 3 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay, not a
Yeah,
problem.
because
Anyway,
like,
we
yeah.
break for a break in another 5-10 minutes, right? And you sync up with me back in.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I will, yeah.
Huh?
Thank you. I will be back by 3. Yeah. 2:45
Okay.
or something, I will be back. Yeah.
Okay, Abhishek. Take care. Take care.
Thank you.
So here, what type of policy should I select?
You select S3 bucket policy. You are creating a policy for bucket, no? S3
Okay.
bucket. SO SQS is something different. That's a messaging queue.
And what is this principle?
That's okay. You can leave it as it is. AWS service select S3. Yeah, that's by default selected, no?
Yeah.
Select action. It's okay. You put all actions. Otherwise, it will create confusion.
Where is all action? Okay.
So all these the policy types are predefined, right? We cannot
Yeah, it's
edit
readable,
something or-
writable, changeable. Yeah, you can do anything actually.
So do I need to put anything here, Aaron?
For that, Prasanjit, whatever it is.
No, I don't. Key name and all those things have to give. So where is the key name then?
ARN is actually on the in this one. You will have to go to your bucket and then select ARN, copy ARN, and bring it and put it here. The file, if you choose, then there will be ARN generated for it. Prasenjit, actually, this is not that important for us, to be honest with you. I like the file.
Right.
I just wanted to take you through that actually, but anyway.
Right.
Okay. The operator, the system operator or system admin of the resource need to worry about all those things for us. But anyway, it is good to know, all the element of all the component, which is good. No, select the file and then you'll be able to read the ARN actually. File or object or whatever it is. Select either one of them. Permission, you'll have to go to back. Yeah, permission. Yeah, right. There is a ARN entry here.
Where?
Oh, hold on, just a second, please.
Or maybe I can try it out offline and then I'll come back to you.
No problem. No problem. See, the moment you select the file, there will be a screen, right? The screen comes up. Okay, the screen comes up. You will have an option for permission, everything actually, like. Let me see a screen, please. Yeah, just scroll down. Overview. Click on the overview.
Which one?
This overview. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there is a path, right? Copy path.
I think this is
But there is a name called ARN. By default, it will list. This is for the file name, right?
Yeah.
This is okay. This is you're copying only the object URL here, right? Maybe go to the bucket and select, and then there we will have a option to see the URL. So you select the S3 folder now. It is in Ohio. Okay. It comes within this menu, either in the property or in the permission, somewhere it is visible as ARN.
Okay. Okay, sir. I think I'll try it out offline and I'll come back to you. Maybe we can.
Okay. Not an issue.
Okay, I'm stopping.
Sure, I think probably, yeah, we will go for a break, for a lunch. We'll connect back at